fact before bedtime. I do it by theme. Ilk, maybe do a week of what animals are like, then what the stars are like, what different geographical anomalies are like, etc. It is impossible to hum while holding your nose. You can't kiss your elbow. /oddly specific. The Earth's crust is so thin if it was a peach it would be the same thickness as the skin of the peach. Flip your perspective, and her belly contains the entire universe except what she had for dinner. Roll-on deodorant is actually like a powder that you put on, and when you sweat it turns to a glue and stops you sweating. The closet monsters can't get you if you eat your vegetables. There's a funny-looking animal in Australia called a platypus. It has 4 legs like a beaver, but a bill like a duck. Every year, the monarch butterflies will fly around North America, going north in the summer and south in the winter. It takes a whole year for them to do it, but they only live a couple of weeks. How do they know where to go? The tide moving in and out creates a water current strong enough that you can sometimes sail a sailboat backwards. When people were discovering all the islands in the Pacific, they found about half of them and then stopped for about 500 years, then went out and found the rest of them. Giraffes have the same amount of vertebrae in their necks as we do. Try r/fun facts. That this post is entirely copied from a while ago. My son was about 6 or so when I went back to school so that I could hopefully get a job as a medical receptionist. He was fascinated by the pictures in my textbook. I had no idea that he'd been scared by them, and he had a really bad day at school the next day. Really bad. If you go into facts about the human body, see if you can find a child-friendly book. There are books of fun facts that are for children as well. You'll find them in bookstores, and likely libraries as well. Good luck, and have fun. You sound like a great parent. Jupiter's gravitational pull drags the asteroid belt around behind its orbit and pushes it in front, acting like a massive protective shield for Earth, thus absorbing impacts itself and the belt. Only small amounts get through to us. Typewriter is the longest English word that can be typed entirely on the top row of the keyboard. Horses can't throw up. Frogs don't throw up like most animals. They throw their entire stomach up and clean it out with their forearms like an inside-out bag. If you looked at a planet that was a million light years away, you'd see it as it looked a million years ago. Maybe aliens don't visit because they don't see anything worth visiting. Healthcare is free in the UK and the government spends less per person than the United States gov. It's called your funny bone because the real bone is called the humerus. Got to keep it light like our entire monetary system is a lie. We live in a perpetual state of war. You will die at an early age due to global warming. You know, kid-friendly stuff. If you have an Alexa, she does a kind of fact of the day thing if that's useful for you at all. If not, lizards can't run and breathe at the same time. Trees actually talk to each other to avoid disease. The stars we see are actually stars from way in the past. The human body has about an ounce of gold in it or something. Fact check that one. It takes 20 minutes for a dandelion to go from yellow flower to puffball. Just make sure to tell her that sometimes facts can change because of new evidence. That she shouldn't just believe you because you're her parent. Epstein didn't kill himself. This is a repost. A lion's feet do not touch the ground when it walks. They tiptoe all the time. Tomatoes are a fruit, so are cucumbers, and bananas are a herb. A narwhal horn is actually a tooth. Some starfish are immortal. The fact that this is a repost of one of the most popular AskReddit threads of all time. Honey never spoils. Our nose never stops growing. Most mammals pee for about 21 seconds, so teeny animals are peeing drops while elephants pee much faster, but for about the same length of time. A blue whale fart bubble is big enough for a large horse to fit inside. A tree breathes through its leaves. A frog breathes through its skin. A whale breathes through its back. A natural predator of the moose is the orca. France's longest land border is with Brazil. Hair grows half an inch each month. 6 inches a year. Cats don't meow at other cats, only to humans. While in cartoons dogs eat bones, but the truth is in real life dogs want the meat that is on a bone like a steak or chicken. Your body is 70% water. Some trees can live to be over 500 years old. Santa Claus in Spanish is Santi Clo. Elephants always walk on tiptoes. We never see the far side of the moon from Earth. Birds are dinosaurs. The Earth is a big round ball. Clouds are closer than the bottom of the sea. You can never screw up so bad that your parents won't love you. Your body is made up of tiny little living things called cells. Cells make up your skin, eyes, nose, heart. One cell can take the food you eat to split and become 2 of the exact same cells. Your body splits millions and billions of cells all the time. Sometimes, one of these cells will split and turn into a different kind of cell. Different cells happen when that cell makes an error. There are animals which exist that are only one cell. These one-cell animals can also split and turn into 2 of the same kind. After millions and billions of splitting, these one-celled animals can split into a new kind of one-celled animal. This new one-celled animal will be different from the old one, and will only live if it is strong enough to. This new one-celled animal can, but not always, eventually replace the old ones. Take a week and some change to describe the basic concept of evolution to a small child. And maybe even a creationist.